Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Return to Old Town. This is Extra Fancy Potato Chips, and this is a show where we are rebuilding Neighborhood 1, aka Old Town, from The Sims 1 into The Sims 2. And the idea here is that we're going to be rebuilding it, tweaking the homes and businesses in subtle ways to basically tell the stories from The Sims 1 in a more expanded way, in a way that showcases some of the mechanics and gives people, a fresh opportunity to experience The Sims 2 in a familiar yet different way. Today we're building the newbie house, and this house is often the first house. It's the tutorial home from The Sims 1, and a lot of people, this is the first home they actually play when they play the game. You're introduced to Bob and then eventually Betty, and they're just kind of like, they're not as wealthy as, say, like the Goth family, but they actually eventually their kids become the Broke family from The Sims 2. So yeah, not very well off financially. Yeah, you might also notice this video is a little weird. Full disclosure, I fully built this house and then realized I wasn't recording. So that was a little annoying. So what you're actually watching is me actually tearing this down in reverse. I think it's kind of neat. It allows me to present a completely different style of video. You're still watching it get built in a sense. I'm just basically only using a magic hammer to do it. I don't know. What do you guys think of this video format? I mean, it's definitely easier for me to make, I don't know. It's different. I don't think I'm gonna do this for all of them, but maybe a few of them. I mean, if I if I mess up again and delete the recording, this is definitely how we're gonna be doing it. Anyway, I'm just gonna I'll stop talking and let you guys enjoy the speed build, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Catch you later. All right, and we're back. Welcome. As you can see here, we got the newbie house all made up. Here we go. So yeah, you can see it just some differences that I made here. I was definitely inspired by kind of like the American ranch style, a little bit of like the mid-century ranch. Yeah, maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. A little shallow roof here, attached garage. I added the little fountain here to the back. You can see, right there. There you go. Fountain. I changed the direction of these chairs so that they're not just staring at the new garage we added. Also littered the lawn with some pink flamingos, some garden gnomes. I think they're fitting. And then put some what do you call these, awnings above the windows. Let's get inside. Let me just remove the roof. Okay, here we are. So yeah, it's still the same layout. We did do some things different. I did add a little wood stove here. I think that was fitting. It adds a little chimney to the top. Of course, the tables in this game are much smaller, so I did reduce that. Normally, it does have this radio and this and a table lamp on the table, so I did just shorten that, add it to the side there instead. And then yeah, I also went ahead, added some curtains. Now this house doesn't have a stove, so that's something you have to add in yourself when you start playing them. I didn't want to change it. I wanted to keep it, a little bit authentic. Then we have the bathroom. I decided to give them a pink bathroom. Let me lower the walls here a little bit. Yeah, nice little pink theme there, match the flamingos out front. Here's the a chair. It's not actually in the house. Look at that chair. I added that chair just because, well, the tutorial gets you to add a nice chair for Bob to use, and yeah, I think that's where I would put it. And yeah, outside of that, we also I added this car for Bob or Betty to fix up. I feel like Bob kind of reminds me of a scruff motorcycle dude, so I feel like this is the equivalent to that. Little car to tinker there, and then a ceiling fan. Just some basic stuff. Of course, we can see the goth house in the back here. So I did add a hedge to their property just to divide it a little. You can't normally see the other properties from The Sims 1, so I think that just adds a bit of a difference. I added a bit of foliage as well. All these trees are like meant to stand in for trees that are in the actual game, but in The Sims 1. Yeah, I think just making them a little more wooded and connected to the neighbors, I think makes a difference. And then, yeah, finally, I also added this white picket fence. Normally, there is a white picket fence around each of these gardens. I decided to just make a little short garden fence and instead add a nice fence around the property instead. But yeah, that basically breaks this down. So let me just add the roof again. There you go. Look at that nice little house. So here's our newbie home. I forget the address, something there. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you liked any of the music in here, you can download it for yourself by becoming a patron. You can see the link in the description. Yeah, definitely helps out a lot. It helps me make more of these, and yeah, definitely appreciate it. Also, this wouldn't be YouTube if I didn't ask you to like and subscribe. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, and I definitely appreciate it. It definitely means a lot. Yeah, share with your grandma. I'm sure she'll love this. That wraps us up. So stay tuned. Next week we'll have a new video for you. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.